Good morning, my beautiful friends, and welcome to another video. So I'm really grateful that you're here. I have therapy this morning, and I was thinking I'd take you along on a morning of somebody that's processing, and sometimes therapy is really heavy for me, and I just want people to know that that's okay, that you can move slowly, that you don't have to be as productive on days that you have an emotional time, because emotional exhaustion is so real, and I know it really gets to me, and I feel like guilty for not being productive or guilty for not being able to just like flip the switch sometimes, and I really just need to like focus on taking things really easy and slow. And yeah, so I actually used to be against therapy, which is not against it, but I used to think like it wasn't for everybody. And I think that's still true in a way, where I don't think it's for everyone at every moment in their life, but I do think it is for everyone. But it just has to be in the right moment in your life. Because like a couple years ago, if I started processing the things that I'm trying to process now, like, I don't know, I feel like I would have just not actually been that considerate and that compassionate towards myself. And not that I wasn't compassionate, wasn't considerate towards myself at that time. I just really think that I had a different mindset. I was kind of like a go mindset, and now I'm a little bit more okay with relaxing. And yeah, so I think it's just like the shift in mindset. And also, like, the first therapist that I ever had 2 years ago, I feel like he used like weird tactics of shame and blame, because she'd been through the same situation. And I feel like discerning a good therapist versus a not so great therapist is sometimes really hard to do when you're first starting therapy. But if anyone ever makes you feel shamed or blamed for your situation, or you feel like you're gonna feel emotionally exhausted if you're processing things after a therapy session, but if you feel worse about yourself leaving this therapy session, there's a problem. And I would oftentimes like leave a talk with this woman, and I'd feel like so guilty that I haven't done something. Anyways, this one I feel held, and this is what we want from a therapist. Like, if we're paying them that much money, yeah, if we're paying for emotional support, let's find somebody that actually provides us on a personal level emotional support. I would say even Google what makes a good therapist for the trauma or the situation that you are going through. Just give it a little web search. Maybe watch a YouTube video. See what you need. I'm gonna make matcha, and I'm going to enjoy that matcha, and I'm going to read, because it's just such a sweet and slow and kind practice to do. I feel like today's weather doesn't really know what it wants to do. There's a big fat gray cloud, but blue skies on either side of it, and sun pouring into this apartment right now. So I guess we'll see how this turns out. So I always do my therapy sessions early in the morning. I don't have an exact reason why, but For me, it just makes sense. I don't know why, but I usually don't get dressed before. I usually just stay in my pajamas, to be completely honest. But today I have the session about an hour later than I normally do it. So I'm gonna get dressed. I'm gonna feel like a human and maybe show her that I can get up and put clothes on and not show up to every single therapy session in my pajamas. And maybe this is contributing to her thinking that I'm not okay, which is probably true. But yeah, I'm gonna make her proud of me, because this is what life is, making your therapist proud of you. Wow, there's a bird in the drain gutter. Hi, birdie. Bye. Color because it's happy.
Does she notice the things I notice? How she practices piano on her thigh, imagining the keys.
So skincare is not something that I've ever really been like all that excited about in my life, to be completely honest. But ever since I started using Typology, this is not sponsored by them. I just love their stuff, and I am sponsored by them, but today's video is not sponsored by them. Everything I've tried has been great quality, and I don't know, it makes me excited to do my skincare in the morning. I changed my mind. I may want to be like a skater girl for about 15 minutes, and then I realized that I'm actually a forest fairy. So then I change.
There's nothing wrong with that. Trippy, yeah, we all lose track. I wouldn't mind it if I find it. There's nothing wrong with that. Don't have to be an acrobat. I wouldn't mind it. Should I find it? All my life, up and down, but always comes back to you. Didn't ask for any favors.
The cinnamon got a little bit out of my control, but
some things you don't want to pass on. Didn't ask for any favors.
hi.
You know
Yeah, it's literally just a piece of toast with some banana and peanut butter and like currants and cinnamon, but
just tell me what you
yeah.
want. There's nothing wrong with that. Trippy, yeah, we all lose track. I wouldn't mind it.
Ew, that session was a roller coaster. I feel like it ended on a positive note, so that's good. But I started off on a high, and then we went real low, and then we slowly gained control. Ew. We were talking a lot about like criticism, because my inner critic has been like really bad recently. So with like negative YouTube comments, or even just like observations of like anything that is not positive validation right now, I feel like has been just perceived as like really negative in my mind. And I am different than when I started my YouTube channel, and I am going through something right now, and like I need to accept this ebb that I'm going through. One reason I really love documenting my life and all of the processes of the ups and the downs, and why I don't know, I want to share this stuff, because like one day I'm gonna die, and I just think it's so cool that my life and my moments can be documented and can be watched by somebody like 100 years from now or 200 years from now if the internet is still a thing and the world doesn't crash and burn. But I think it's cool. I made these lentil sprouts and I would say I am pretty proud of them. Lentil sprouts don't taste the best, but they're really, really easy to make. I always forget how much I love bread until I buy a loaf of bread and I eat it all in like 3 days.
This is everything with you right next to me. So alive tonight.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
This is everything
You're just hanging out right now?
next to me. So alive.
This is the 4th time that I've had this for breakfast in the last week, and I'm not upset about it. It is so delicious. And now we lay in the sun for 20 to 25 minutes and stare at trees blowing in the wind to ground ourselves. And by we, I mean me. And I always talk in 3rd person when I'm filming, and I don't know why, but I do. Maybe it's because there's like three versions of me: the one filming me, the one being filmed, and the one editing me. I just want to say that I know that this is coming from a very privileged position where I have the space to take the morning for me while I do my therapy and process and sit in the sun and make myself breakfast. And I know that's not the case for every single person. There's no shame, there's no blame if you have to do your therapy session and immediately start work, or it's like on your way home from work. Like, whatever the case is, I just hope that you give yourself space and time to process when you have it available to you, because I think the processing time is really, really, really important. And yes, I changed back into my skater girl outfit.
Read that in so many books now, it's almost understood. I'm moving on.